All right, and here we're going to look at interpreting function notation. So we're still looking at function notation. Here it says let f of t be the indoor temperature in degrees Fahrenheit, t hours after 10 a.m. Explain the meaning of each statement. Okay, so we're talking about the temperature inside indoors. Okay, so that's f of t. F of t is the temperature, and t hours, t is the number of hours after 10 a.m. So this is something that you'll see quite often on tests. Okay, they're going to give you a time and then the t hours or minutes after that time. So let's look at this one. The first one we have is f of 0 equals 68. Now, remember the function notation, that's f of x, or in this case, t. So our t is 0, right? So we need to know what our t is. Our t is 0. And what does, so t hours after 10 a.m. So the way we would figure out what time it is you want to do 10 plus 0. 10 plus 0 is just 10 a.m. Okay, so this says at 10 a.m. the temperature, the indoor temperature is 68 degrees Fahrenheit. So at 10 a.m. the indoor temperature is 68 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's that. All right. So a good temperature, not too cold, not too hot. And here, f of 3 equals n. So f of 3, so we need to know what our t is. Our t is 3. Okay. Now, we have to find out what time that is, because it's not 3 o'clock. It's 10 a.m. plus 3 hours. Okay, so 3 hours after 10 a.m. So 10 plus 3 equals 13. Now, we can't say 1300 hours unless we're using a 24-hour clock, but here they're using AM, so that tells us they want us to use the 12-hour system. So what is 1300 hours in the 12-hour system? It's going to be 13 minus 12. So that's going to be 1 a.m. So if it's more than 12, then you have to subtract it. Subtract 12 from that in order to get the time in the 12-hour system. Okay, so this says at 1 o'clock, p.m. At 1 p.m., the indoor temperature, f of 3, temperature is n degrees Fahrenheit. So we don't know what it is. It's just n degrees. It's a math problem. All right. So that's that. Now our next one, this one has an inequality. So f of 1 is greater than f of 8. So this is the temperature when t is 1 is greater than the temperature when t is 8. So let's find out what those times are. So here you have t1, so 10 plus 1 is 11 a.m. All right. So we have 11 a.m. and when t is 8, see what that is? 10 plus 8 is 18 a.m. Just kidding, 1800 hours. So that's more than 12 because we need it in the 12-hour system, right? So 18 minus 12 is going to give us the time. So 18 minus 12 is 6 p.m. So at 6 p.m. Okay, so this says the temperature at the indoor temperature at 11 a.m. is more than or you can say it's greater than the temperature at 6 p.m. All right, so that's what that one says. So it's hotter at 11 a.m. than it is at 6 p.m.